Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan.
What's up? I'm Tyler Moore's adopted son, Brian West.
And I'm Cortni Richardson.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a fun week. You guys excited for the Howard County Fair?
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, it's going to be next week.
Try to make it a couple times.
Try to make it a couple times. Well, me not working seconds means that I can actually probably go this time, which is pretty cool.
Not working at all, you mean?
Oh, yeah. Listen. We're not going to get into specifics about my life. You know?
He's actually going to be doing the Ferris wheel.
I'm
going to be the carnival.
That's actually one of the... I read that this week that they were having a problem getting enough people to work at the fairs.
They're short.
They're short-staffed, man.
That's gonna suck for the rides that aren't gonna be put together right.
All these motherfuckers on unemployment out here won't work at the fucking carnival.
Hey,
nobody was gonna do that.
As a
If
side
people
note,
just stop getting unemployment all the time.
Yeah.
shit, my bad. As a side note, did you see that ride that was like
Tipping.
tipping back and forth? Did you see that?
Yeah.
It was
wild.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I think it was in Connecticut. I ripped it off the internet because it was funny. I was like, completely unrelated information. Everybody excited for the Howard County Fair watching that thing? I was like, man, this is exactly. It just feels like that's what the fair feels like every year.
Yeah.
The Haynes is even worse when it comes to like rickety.
We went. They had like the little section of like kid rides, like the little ones.
Yeah.
There was like 3 of them. There was like a rocket that you could ride. The lady running was pregnant. Smoking a cigarette, picking up my son to put on this ride. I'm like, what?
First off, how did you resist taking a picture? Because that's the first thing I'd have been walking away and I'd be like, this is going on the page.
I'd have been on the page in like 20 minutes.
I've literally posted like other people from other carnivals jokes, like memes of that, and that's literally like, you found the holy grail of carnival workers, and you gotta take a picture. Or at least get a video.
It was hot and sweaty.
Yeah. You went down there though. Did you go down to Haynes?
No, I didn't go to that.
See, I didn't go. Jordan didn't go. He didn't go. You went.
I went.
But you're.
We went the first day at like right when it opened, so there was nobody there.
Thursday.
It was great.
Like Thursday, yeah. See, Nathaniel, my son, went out there with his little buddy. They went and rode rides. I gave him like $40. He came back with 10. I was like, what? This kid's amazing.
$10.
He gave me 10.
Well, they only had like 10 rides.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. He did the one that's like a circle and you stand up.
My kids love that, and it's terrible.
It's like a terrible ride.
That you never rode it?
No.
Like the Starship one that was enclosed.
I remember that one.
It's like that.
Yeah.
But the whole thing like goes to the side.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah. It's like to me, carnival rides are a lot like ordering from a Mexican restaurant. It's the same thing, just like one different thing. Like instead of a burrito, it's like
same ingredients.
Same exact ingredients inside of everything.
Like Taco Bell.
And then they just throw like a different shell or something. And that's exactly what the rides are. It's like the same exact thing. Okay, we have this ride where you go around in circles, right? But now it just goes like this too. It's like this too. And then it goes like this too. And then it goes like this too.
And you know how my daughter's tiny?
Yeah.
She rode the one that you got on and it like swings as it goes up and down.
Yeah.
At one point, because my kids are so little and they didn't weigh as very much, like the whole thing started like continuously spinning.
So you basically had what happened when that people didn't weigh enough, or they weighed. I don't know. In that one, it looks like they weighed too much. As it went up, it went back.
It started like leaning backwards.
That shit's scary. See, that's the thing about those rides. Remember when they put them together in like a day?
Yeah.
And they just drive them there and just park them. Like I wouldn't even trust somebody's car that drives like some of these vehicles. Like it's insane to me.
Wind's no joke, man.
Yeah. Wind can really and weight and gravity and centrifugal force.
I mean, you remember at the state fair? Like, I'm not trying to get off on a tangent, but like when Sugarland was performing, and
the whole stage.
That was insane. My parents were there, but they had like came back early and stuff. But I just remember like hearing about that, and it's nuts.
Yeah. The way that, especially when you have mass people. I mean, you have a bunch of people somewhere, they're all part of something, and then it's just like becomes a huge like. What do you call it? Like where a bunch of people just all get hurt at one time, like a mass casualty event. There you go, like a mass casualty event because Sugarland was just rocking way too fucking hard.
Way too hard.
They put out a statement that was like, "Hey, we were in it. Sorry,
guys.
Like,
Listen, that's why we have you guys sign the waivers. You don't come to Sugarland expecting it to be sweet." It's so crazy, man. Yeah, I'm excited about a couple of the things. I mean, obviously they had the fight last night. They had the whole Conor fight. Who was he even fighting? Do you know?
Dustin Poirier.
Poirier.
I don't know.
Some French shit. Yeah.
He's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, he beat the shit out of him. I mean, what was it? It was like It was like the first round defeat, broken leg, and Conor was still trying to do some weird like gun. Like, I'll kill you.
Yeah, he was.
I'll fucking kill you. I'm like, dude, your leg's broken. You're on. If you were a horse, we would have to kill you and put you down. Like, you're lucky you're a human, bro. And you're over here still talking shit. You're just neighing. Your fucking leg's broken. And you're neighing. Like, what are you neighing for? Like, or something. Fuck Conor, dude. I don't like that dude. I haven't liked him since the start.
He's a punk. He was like that Dustin guy when he was like doing his congratulatory or whatever you call it speech. He was like, yeah, you know, he was wishing death on me and everything, talking about Conor before the fight. He's like, we fought 2 other times, we were cool. This time he was wishing death on me and stuff. He's like, I just want him to get home to his family and his kids, man. They got a beautiful family. So, like, I think he's a piece of shit.
I mean, I understand the idea of like he's trying to be a heel, like I get it, but there's like a line like you don't have to say you're gonna kill somebody. It starts to become it rings hollow in general when you keep getting your ass kicked. In general.
I was gonna say you can't play heel in that sport.
No,
because I mean really unless sometimes they fake the outcome. That shit is. You gotta fight.
What about the Colby Covington guy? Like you could play the role. Like remember him? Do you know what I'm talking about? He's the whole he was the MAGA guy. He like did this whole like his whole thing was like Trump is great. He always wore America make America great again hat and was like basically just he did this whole America first thing and was like that was his character and then he would end up like inevitably fighting an immigrant because that's like 90% of the people that like box or like do MMA. So then he ends up fighting and then it becomes like a racialized thing and then he actually was winning fights and then eventually he got his ass kicked.
Last couple times he got his jaw. Like one time he got his jaw dislocated. From that one guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's no more motivation than like years and years of oppression. And you're like, hey, I get to beat the shit out of those guys. Yeah. You know, the insurrection happened. I'm gonna insurrect his face with this.
Dude, Trump and just a little side note, Trump was courtside or seatside by McGregor last night. So,
is he really?
Honestly, yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
So. And I was thinking, you know, since he's losing, maybe that they could say he cheated or something.
Yeah.
we could get that going.
We need to recount the ballots for who won. We don't.
His ankle was that an angle? I don't.
On August 13th, and we're gonna find out that actually Conor McGregor won the fight.
Yeah.
The My Pillow guy told me. I mean, that's what.
It doesn't matter. He was the winner.
Yeah, he was like, listen, it doesn't matter if he's not American, Conor. You know, and the other guy, Cortni here is he French or is he American? I don't even know where he's from.
I think he's like a French American. I don't know. I mean, he has his accent and the way he talks and everything. He was. I didn't.
Normal.
Yeah, it was normal.
Yeah. He was doing the Conor McGregor. That's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's me, Conor McGregor. Conor. I watched Terminator 2. Sorry, guys. I watched T2 this last week because I was like, man, I haven't watched this movie in a while. And I'm like, does it hold up? Fuck, it does.
Terminator 2?
It's still so good. Like, I mean, obviously the CG, like the CGI with like the liquid fucking dude, the liquid. You know what I'm talking about? You haven't watched
Oh
it?
yeah.
No, you haven't watched it. She's like,
I've seen it, but
she's like, first you guys talk about MMA. I don't give a shit about it. Second, you talk about a movie about action star. I don't give a shit.
Let's talk about Claire's and tampons.
Well, okay, let's do that.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
I love Claire's and I love tampons.
I do love Claire's though. I used to go there when I was a kid.
I did too.
You know.
I like walking by and hearing like babies screaming because parents are getting their ears pierced.
Boom! Just shooting a fucking cattle prod in their ear.
Shots fired. Yeah, they do like. I mean, you gotta find some place to mass produce earrings for babies.
Yeah.
So they cut. What do they do? They shoot them.
They have the gun and they're like blunt edges and they're like stabbing them. Why are you piercing your baby's ears anyway?
Did you not get the memo? Claire's is the new SeaWorld. It's trouble.
Claire's is the new C word. I mean, I knew it was appealed to C words, but I'm just kidding. No, that's funny. No, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, obviously those women aren't great if you're taking your kids there to get their ears jacked up. I don't know, like they're like when the mall. There's 2 different places to go. There and what Piercing Pagoda, but they both do the same thing, right?
Yeah, go to an ear piercer.
Bro, I didn't think a lot of those places will do them. Like I literally read.
There's Pinpoint did my daughter's.
Yeah, how old is she when she did it?
11 or 12, which you shouldn't pierce your baby's ears anyways. There's no point.
Listen, if you can choose your gender at 12, you can choose your... I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's funny, though. I do like the idea of babies getting their ears pierced just because, like, you know, fuck a baby. I don't give a shit about a baby. I don't care about your baby. You know what I mean? Actually, if anything, I would, Claire, if you want to hit us up for a sponsorship, I'll try to get as many babies' ears pierced. We'll do a fucking drive. I don't care about your stupid baby.
Let me hit up one of my other boys here in Kokomo.
Let's go get your son.
Going. Yeah.
Listen, my son is a straight man. He's not going to get his ears pierced until he decides. You know what I mean? As far as I know, he's a straight man. He likes women.
You'll get box seats at Jackrabbit's game and get your ears pierced. That'll be the pinnacle of it.
Pierce your baby's ears and get a box seat.
Listen, this is what we're proposing, Claire's. Listen, stick with us, Claire's. This is what we're proposing. We're going to do a 2-for-1 with Jackrabbit Stadium, ear piercing, and a hot dog and maybe some popcorn. We'll think about some popcorn. Maybe popcorn's extra. $1 popcorn. We're still gonna make them pay for something that Jackrabbit.
It's got
You got to pay for the earring.
Yeah, pay for. Oh, the earring's free, right?
No, you don't. You have to pay for the You have to pay for the earring, but you don't pay for the piercing.
Piercing's free.
So we'll stab the baby, but we're taking the earring back.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember the what was there? There was a shop I think on Markland. I don't want to say their name just because it's not really. But there's a shop on Markland that does like tattoos and piercings and stuff, and they would always do like what was it like
New Breed?
Yeah.
No, they still exist.
I thought you said I forgot what it was.
No, I was like I didn't want to say the name, but it's fine.
Sorry.
No, I like New Breed. I got a tattoo there. I like it, but like they were doing like $20 piercings.
They do it like randomly, like New Year tattoo, New Year piercings and stuff. That's when I would go.
But I get that, but like it breeds such a terrible version.
Every single time I go there, it was me. I was the terrible people.
Sorry, I wasn't trying
like
to
every time I go there, they'd either mess. I got my Monroe pierced. Every time they do it, they'd grab part of my lip and they'd pierce it all the way from up here to in my lip.
Oh, fuck.
So it was like that long. Then I had to take it out. They had to be like, okay, well, we're going to do it again. So they had to pierce it again. And they still got it crooked. Like a month later at work, it started like swelling to the point where I had to go there and have them take it out. And they're like, well, give us a couple weeks and we'll pierce it again for you.
So what you're saying is you went in to get the Monroe and you got the JFK.
Yeah.
You got that. You got a bunch of holes.
I got it. I got him back when I got my nipples pierced and I kicked him in the head.
Oh, shit. Dude, I'm sorry, but we can't gloss over the fact that she just said they did a terrible job at a piercing on her fucking face. And then she was like, just go at the nipples. Just go at them.
Oh, man.
Just put as many holes as you want in there.
I would have went to Claire's.
Hey, it was on sale. What can you expect?
It was $20.
I have an entire sleeve of discount tattoos. What can I say?
The upside about getting your breast pierced at Claire's is like you can get the butterflies and stuff. Yeah. Like a little cute tassel ones.
Yeah. They got way cuter.
We'll do nipple piercings on babies.
Oh, God.
What?
It's a good segue into Barkevious Mingo. All right, so I told these guys about the beginning of the podcast. I wasn't going to tell them about this Barkevious Mingo thing. So this guy, Barkevious Mingo, he played for the Colts. He played for New England, and I think recently he's played for like the Titans or something. Okay, he's like a linebacker. So this guy has the coolest name. His name is Barkevious Mingo. Or Barkevious Mingo. I don't fucking know, but it's the coolest name ever. And I was playing for a long time. I was playing Madden, and he was my favorite linebacker to play with because he had the coolest name, and I would always rush with him. You know, if you play Madden, you end up like falling in love with like a player that you really aren't interested in at all or don't really know about. Well, apparently he got traded from the Colts. Blah blah blah. I think he won a Super Bowl with the New England. You know, blah blah blah. Water the bridge. Well, I'm going through like the news, reading everything, and his name pops up. I'm like, oh, Barkevious, I love that guy. He was awesome on the game. Apparently, he fucking solicited or had sexual contact with a child of the age of 17 or something like that. So, God damn it, Mingo. You were supposed to rush towards the quarterback, not towards the fucking children's bathroom. Towards the Claire's. But anyway, yeah.
I thought you were going to say he murdered somebody.
No. He just murdered somebody mentally, you know, just molested a child.
Seven, yeah, that's not... And this was in Indiana?
No, I think it was in Florida. Which, I mean, I don't know, it might even be legal. I'm just kidding. Trying
Might
to
be
do
legal.
Florida sucks. Trying to do a Florida sucks thing. Fuck you, Florida.
Legal age of consent is 16, so the parents probably like, yeah, it's a football player, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's in trouble. He's getting. They said he's looking at 20 years.
Hey, do you know Tom Brady? That's all I really care about.
Listen, kid, you want to get an autograph from Tom Brady? I'm gonna need you to touch my Barkevious Mingo. I'm gonna start using that as like a euphemism for my dick. Like, so she was touching on my Barkevious Mingo, right? It just sounds like it's the coolest name. Like, how do you fuck up that name? Like, that just makes me so mad.
I honestly, like, I thought it, and I'm not being trying to be rude, but when you told me that first, I thought it was like something prehistoric, scientific.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds cool as fuck.
That was neat.
He's a Viking.
Yeah. No, apparently he is. Yeah, they had a problem with that, didn't they? The Vikings would conquer the Vikings would conquer places and take their women, at least. I don't know about their children, hopefully. But back then, women were, 12? Back then. You had to be, you know what I mean? You had to get married early because you're dying by 20. Especially in Viking land.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Shit's wild. Anything cool happened this week for you guys?
I bought a house.
Congrats. Let's get you some of these. My son would go like this. My baby's been doing this. You bought a house, so you went out. So let me just tell you what I imagine happened. Okay, you're like, listen, I want to buy a house. You went in, you got the loan. You're like, this is so exciting. I'm gonna go look at a bunch of different houses, find one that fits me perfectly. That's exactly what you did, right?
Yeah, no.
No. What'd you do?
I just bought the house that I was already living in.
Hey man, that's one way. That saves so much work, except for like you don't have to move.
I don't have to move.
Don't have to move. You get to stay where you're at. You like your neighbors.
I know
Your
what's
neighbors are
wrong
awesome.
with it.
Yeah.
I've been there for 4 years already.
Is it big enough for you guys? You guys have
No, it's way too small.
Yeah, but that's the one you wanted.
No, it's just I didn't want to move.
Who's the laziest person to buy a house ever?
I'm just gonna stay here.
No.
I just don't want to move, and he's gonna sell it if I don't buy it. So I'll just buy it.
It's funny because they had it listed because my house it's a 3-bedroom, but it's got 2 bedrooms in the front, and then they built on like a dining room in the back.
Yeah.
And when I had Castiel, we moved our bedroom to the back because there's like a tiny bedroom off of the back room, which is like a lounge area.
Yeah.
So we just put our room in the lounge area and have his little bedroom as a closet. So on the listing it said large master bedroom with a fireplace and with a walk-in closet / office because my computer's in there.
Oh God! So is it bed and your computer?
No, the little bedroom is a closet because I have all my clothes on like the like hanger things.
Yeah.
And then I have a rack that's got like storage and I put my computer on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so
your
it's
kids
not even a desk.
You got a big enough gap between your kids that if you raise them properly, hopefully you get them out. The next 10 years they can go move on, be adults, and then
my plan is to stay there until Castiel needs his own bedroom back.
Yeah. That makes sense.
How much copper do you think you have in your house?
I don't think I have any.
You don't have no copper?
No. Well, how are you going to get the electricity? There's copper. You just don't know about it. You know what? Brian will give you a free estimate on how much copper you can take.
Let me check it out. I'll take your TV apart, too.
There's a little bit of copper in there. How much do you even get from a TV? Can we figure that? I have a TV in my garage. I want to freaking strip it. So tell me how much. In the comment section, let me know how much copper. I know somebody knows. Somebody in here knows. Somebody's funky. Is that your phone? Listen here, man. If you're gonna.
Yeah, it's the group. Why am I getting group messages?
Who's talking with the group? Is it Jordan? Oh, yo, I'm gonna run that boon over, but I can't stay. But you probably shouldn't. We're in the middle of a podcast.
You little turd.
You won't know this till later on. Every podcast we know Jordan. Yeah, Jordan couldn't make it to this podcast. Well, he couldn't make it, and then he could, and then I was like, nah, bro, we've got the dream team here.
Jordan's recent Facebook post has been making me happy too, because he's been so full of life, getting doing all of his stuff.
Yeah, so we had to bring you down a peg by kicking you off the podcast for a week.
You'll be back.
You'll be back.
Usually we're talking shit about Brian.
Yeah, we do. Fucking fight Brian, dude. Fight Brian. Just kidding. That's like our worst podcast, is where we're just talking shit about trying
random
to get Josh to fight you.
Yeah, that went away. After he shared our post and was kind of like, surrendered.
Yeah. Surrender! White flag.
Oh, geez.
White flag, but without the L. That's what he did.
Jordan said he wants to get a podcast a podcast together.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't hear you then.
Alright, I quit. I'm going to jail.
What'd you say?
I'm going to jail.
In take 2?
What did you say?
He said, I don't even want to, I can't repeat it, because it's bad. Like you can rewatch it.
I didn't say anything.
No, you didn't. He didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. All I said was white flag, but without the L. That's what he is.
Okay.
We're gonna explain to you why that's wrong later.
I'm gonna get an intervention.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna get an intervention later.
I thought you were pansexual.
I am.
No,
that's why I can say it.
Oh, okay.
That's why I can allude to it. I can't say it, but I can allude to it.
The funny thing about it is if he heard it, he'd be like, hey, that's
He'd be like, man, these guys are... He'd probably post it and be like, we got to cancel these guys. Meanwhile, he's like, we got to cancel these... And he says the word. Because he doesn't even realize it. Yeah. No, seriously. I love gay people. A little too much. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so we've got the show. We're going to shoot... We're going to shoot more today, but it's not raining right now, is it?
No.
But it says it's going to rain all day.
It's still on schedule, right? Shooting?
We're gonna I think for sure we're gonna location scout the bar today. And we might shoot some of the indoor scenes that we don't need like any exterior shots, so interior stuff. And if we end up shooting that, it'll be fine, but it's gonna be pretty wild.
What bar are you doing?
I think for the show, because of how it's being written and how important kind of a bar is. I don't know what it is, but when you do TV shows, bars always end up being like a hub where you go a lot, where the people go. And so with the way it's being, with the way I've written it so far is...
Country Palace.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it?
No, it's not going to be Country Palace. No, we're obviously, there's only one bar we could do.
The Oasis.
The Oasis. How'd you know? It is the Oasis.
Is it?
No, it's actually Davey's dad's bar.
Oh, okay.
So... but to me, it makes the most sense to do it there because then we can kind of make the bar what we want a little bit better than if we just go into a bar. Does that make sense?
Right.
So
and there's not a bunch of people.
Shout out
there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shout out to Davey, by the way.
Yeah, Davey.
Davey's going to be a part of the show as well.
Yeah, I think the plan is, and obviously I got to run this by Davey, so I guess if you hear this, let me know. The plan is to call the bar Davey's. And to he's going to be the main bartender of the bar, so he'll be like a fixture every time we do a bar scene, which will be a lot. And then there's going to be a lot. I'm going to write a lot of funny jokes between Matt's character's name is Dave or David, but he goes by Dave. He goes by Dave or whatever. And we're going to do a lot of jokes where we get them confused in the bar. He's like, "Hey Dave," and he's like, "Hey, yeah, what's up?" And like, "No, not you, the other guy." And so it's going to be a bit.
I actually did character development for Davey's character Dave, and he hooks up with so many dudes in it. It's
God,
dude,
awesome.
it's awesome.
It's gonna be
it's a coming of age tale of just him going through dudes. So
yeah, it's good.
really
Him and Josh just hang out together.
it.
We're going back. I'm just kidding. I'm tripling down, baby. No, I'm just kidding. That's the problem of doing an early morning podcast before I even drink my coffee.
Right.
A little too wild in my head. Yeah, we gotta. Jordan messaging. Did you guys hear about the stuff with the Miami County jail? I was just talking to you guys about it.
You just briefed us earlier.
Briefed you guys on it. It's part of doing a podcast. I'm just kidding. No. I think it's wild. So basically, what happened was the inmates have filed a lawsuit with the ACLU, the American Civil Liberty Union of Indiana, and basically claiming to get cruel and unusual punishment. So they're being treated badly, and apparently they don't have lights. They've got hanging wires that are electrocuting them, and they're basically fumbling in the dark, there's broken glass, cutting themselves. And I'm just like, hey man, I care, but what were you in here for? Because depending on what you're in here for, I might not give a shit. But at the same time, if it was me,
yeah,
I wouldn't be in there because I wouldn't do anything like that.
Here's the deal. I have pity for you, but once you cross that line and you become an arsonist, that's when I'll have no love for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, I'll let go. Don't set stuff on
Arson
fire.
is the worst thing. You can do.
Yeah.
As we all know,
Yeah.
the Ten Commandments. One of the main ones is do not set stuff on
Kid
fire.
fiddlers are redeemable.
Yeah.
Arsonists are not. I'm just kidding.
Barkevious Mingo, if you light something on fire, we will not talk about you on this podcast ever again.
We still got your GoFundMe going, though, buddy.
Yeah, we
Stay
got
strong.
your GoFundMe until you light something on fire. Do you guys see that picture I posted with the missing condoms everywhere? There was a whole a supermarket condom / lube section, and it was completely stripped. There's nothing in it.
Is there a condom shortage?
Huh?
Is there a condom shortage?
Boys are
I don't
getting
know.
lucky.
That's what I was saying. The boys are having a good weekend. Either the boys are having a great weekend, or Worse, we all just stopped using them during the pandemic because we're like, we're all gonna die anyway. Let's just not use condoms. But
now they're all like, wow, we probably should have used the condoms.
we probably should have used condoms. Yeah, they're like that, and they're like, but the other thing is they're all out of lube too. So it means the boys have decided, hey man, the boys
they
have
sell
decided,
the drums on Amazon.
Drums of lube.
Yeah.
Like a big fucking.
Yeah.
That's a lot of lube.
Will you please comment below if you bought a drum of lube? I want to know what kind of person does that. First off, I mean, Pride Month's over, but it could be.
That's probably why all the condoms are gone.
That's true. Everybody's experimenting in June.
Or they were like throwing them at people.
Yeah, but then we have to get back to basics for July because it's America's month.
We went to. Speaking of shortages, we went to Dairy Queen and they had a chicken shortage.
A chicken shortage?
Yeah.
At Dairy Queen?
Which Dairy Queen?
It was in Warsaw.
Warsaw? What were you doing in Warsaw?
Fishing.
Fish?
Yeah,
Fish.
Hey, did you guys do anything cool this weekend? No, not really. This girls went fishing. She went fishing in Warsaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How's Warsaw?
Pretty boring.
Just no chicken, though.
There's no
So you ordered the
fucking
fish?
chicken.
Do they have them all?
Do they what?
Do they have them all?
No, I don't think so.
Why specifically Warsaw, though?
Because my dad's camper's up there.
Oh, okay. So you went with, like, your dad and...
My dad and Alex and my kids.
Oh,
We went tubing and Alex fell off the tube and almost died.
oh, God. Oh, man.
I haven't heard the last of that.
So, so he's covered in water?
He was in the water, so
Yeah.
yes. He was
Like,
wet.
What parts of his body were wet?
His back.
Get what?
That took him a minute.
It's like, where's he going with this? Is he being sexual? I'm like, oh no, never mind.
You're going to get me in
I'm
trouble.
gonna get you canceled too. We're all gonna get canceled for this. Sorry, I had to. You're like he was in the tube, and I'm like, so did he get wet? Like what parts? That's terrible. I don't even understand. I was talking to Jordan one day. Actually, it was Jordan and Cam. They were over here when we did one of the podcasts, and I think it was the one that you crashed to see Jordan for a minute. And we were outside talking about like the origin of different slur words and stuff, and so it's always weird. I don't even know the origin of that word. Like why would they
Working
even,
in the fields and then sweating?
is that what it is?
I assume.
It's such a weird. To me, it's so weird how like a slur word can start as one thing and then morph
Be
into
stupid,
something else.
yeah.
Like, some of them obviously from the beginning were like complete hate, like, and then they get some of them started off as like literally
Should I look it up?
descriptors and that turn into like I remember like the worst one, and I'm not saying this like to like the Jewish the kike, like that word. It started off, I'm pretty sure, as circle, which is keikel, which is just, it starts off as circle because when the Jews would come through Ellis Island, you know, they'd say make your mark, and the Jews would put a circle, and it was like a circle, keikel. So they say make your keikel, and then they started saying kike, and then it becomes this derogatory, terrible thing that you shouldn't call a person.
1920s, so named from the practice of swimming the Rio Grande into the U.S.
See, I would have put money on that.
Yeah.
But when you said something different,
I don't know.
yeah, it's like you don't know where these come. But I mean, and even then, it seems like it's such a stupid way to something to call somebody.
I got like legit I got called that and like other stuff growing up just cause, and I wasn't even like I was a quarter Mexican, but I just have like real, you know, my skin because of like summer and stuff, and the sun. And so people like automatically think that like I'm like I can speak fluently and I can't.
Yeah.
But they always say shit like that, and like I used to call that all the time, and like I would always tell my dad that. My dad would just laugh because he's like, that's a dumb fucking like.
It's not even funny.
It's like it's not even like really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make it. Anything can be offensive, you know.
Yeah. You can make anything a slur word.
And it can be, yeah.
People, when I worked at Lowe's, everybody thought I was Mexican.
Yeah.
So I would constantly like, where are you from? I'm like, here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so white.
They'd come in and be like, who could help me?
Yeah.
Definitely knows.
Yeah.
What to buy.
Alex goes in the gas stations and the Indian guy's always asking where he's from.
Like, hey man, you know how to do any work?
No, they think he's Indian.
Oh, they think he's Indian? That's
Yeah.
awesome. He does. You know, I could see that. He does have a little bit of that Freddie Mercury look to him.
Does he?
You know what I mean? I watched Bohemian Rhapsody too. Everything I talk about are references from what things I watch.
Yeah.
Just yelling.
Is that all you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I watched Bohemian Rhapsody just because I like to watch that pretty boy sing.
I have not watched that or the Elton John movie, but I want to. I just haven't got around to it.
The Elton John one, I watched it. You're not missing anything.
The Freddie Mercury one's good though.
No, it's not. It's also not good, but whatever. YOLO. Bringing it back. I'm bringing back YOLO.
Yeah. Please don't.
YOLO. Man, so you working on? I heard you told me you're working on a new set to go do some comedy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
It was under wraps. I got a whole new set. I got a whole new 5-minute set. I'm not gonna do any of them.
Don't do any here. I don't want.
No, God no. And
excited.
I'm building on it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna start doing some stuff here probably in the next month or two. But right now, I'm more worried about getting content for the page and the TV show. TV show is my number one priority. Yeah. The page is number 2 as of right now. Yeah. My family goes like 3 or 4.
We'll fine. You'll fit him in.
Yeah,
he'll figure out how to fit you guys in.
My diabetes medicine way down the line.
Yeah.
My foot, a little weird, but other than that, I'm good.
I can't move my foot, but other than that, I'm doing great.
No, but
that's baller.
I got some stuff. Yeah, stuff working on, and
I was just excited when you told me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up.
No, you're good.
Cat out of that, but like when you told me, I was excited because I remember for the longest time you were kind of like, I'm not really into that anymore.
I wasn't really into it, and I had like just these like jokes that I had that were so I wouldn't say outdated. They were funny to an extent, but they were kind of outdated, and I used them a lot. So I wanted to like I've spent all these months that I haven't done stand-up writing, and I've came up with like a whole new 5 minutes. So I will do it at some point. I'm just not worried about it right now.
Yeah.
Getting it in because I want it to be good. Like I don't want to have to go up there with my notes too much or anything. I want to be able to go up there with maybe just a little set list or something and just spit it off. But I've been working on it. I've been doing it in the shower while I'm driving. Those
are the best times to write bits, in my opinion, because like whenever you're like. I think the weirdest thing about phones and our generation in general is that we never have any like alone time in our brain, which can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your brain. But I mean, that's also where like all the creativity comes from in your brain is like when you don't have anything in the forefront of your brain, like you're not listening to a podcast, you're not watching a TV show, you're not listening to music, you're not doing so. Like your brain starts to wander, and that's where you end up coming up. So the best bits that I would always come up with in my head, or even like skits or anything, were always when I was at working and my head, and I left my headphones and they weren't charged, or I had to charge them. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like thinking through things, and then you work through the whole bit in your head. Then you go and write it down an hour later, and then you read it later, and it's like fish with pants. Haha. Like, fuck me. I thought I was on to something here. Fish with pants? God damn it. Fish with pants. So if you guys want to help me make this fish with pants bit work, let me know.
I find like my most creative time is like when my toddler's taking a bath upstairs. Yeah. I just let the water go. I just go downstairs.
You just go downstairs.
Free my mind, drink a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And that's when I get in the
You yell up, don't drown.
No, yeah, no.
Don't even do that. Flotation devices are nearby.
I don't even have a toddler anymore.
Yeah, no. He's just like, listen, I'm going to let the bathtub fill up, and then...
When the water starts dripping is when I need to go back
up. Yeah, I just watch my ceiling to make sure... I've seen some specks. I better get up there. There's red or... Oh, it's clear. We're good. We're in the clear.
We're
if it's clear, you're in the clear. If it's red...
It's because the ear piercings.
It's the ear piercings. It's the Claire's. We're back to Claire's again. Damn you, Claire's! How dare you have affordable necklaces?
They're not affordable at all.
Affordable? I don't buy them.
No, Claire's is super expensive and it's all crap.
I remember in middle school, not even middle school, it was in high school, I was dating a girl, and like, you don't know what to get a girl. Like, the truth of the matter is, like, when you're a young kid, you're like, you think you know what girls like, but you really don't. Like, you have to ask them, but we don't really talk to you guys. We're just look at you.
We want cheese.
Cheese. I knew it was cheese. This whole fucking time, cheese. But I remember going into Claire's, like, for, like, my girl's birthday or my girl's, like Christmas or something, trying to look for something, and being like, fuck it, I'm just going to go to Sears and get her a thong. This Christmas is for me.
It doesn't change.
It never changes. We're always
imagine her mom being like, so what did Jordan get you, honey?
Lingerie.
Whale tail it is. It's like, oh, mom, nothing. And then she bends over and it's just
with her low-rise jeans.
With her Britney Spears jeans.
I remember when I was like, I remember being like 12 and getting my first one.
Yeah.
But it was like, I'm 12, so I'm like 5 foot tall. I'm still 5 foot tall, but like I was like 3 foot tall.
Yeah.
And we went to the skating rink, and I fell down, and like these thongs are like this long, but they're like this wide, so they're like all the way up your fucking back, and it was like lacy. and it like
They're
silky
built for
and
adult
stuff.
women
Yes.
with all the extra pussy. You know what I mean? You have a kid.
What makes you think my butt crack goes up to half my back?
Well, that's the thing. You're not when you're a young girl. You know, you got the young one, and when you're an older woman, you got the full. Okay, so just think of it as an
I don't want
Arby's
to talk
roast
about
beef. Okay, so you have the regular, the single, and then you have the double, and then you have like the fucking class. They have the classic, and then they have all
I
the way
don't
up
think that's how
the
it
quarter
works.
pounder. As you get older, you get the quarter pound pussy.
Anyway.
No, anyway.
That's a stereotype because I've watched some adult films of women that have been ran through, and that thing looks like prim and proper. So
Exactly.
No,
but do they have any kids though?
Huh?
I think kids are really.
It goes back.
It does.
Yeah.
The skin? I don't think the skin.
Buddy, we're having
an
anatomy lesson after this.
No. I understand what you're saying. Like the inner workings of the vagina stay the same. I'm talking about the outer workings. It's a whole different thing.
It's the same.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Dude, you're telling me there's girls out there. I've literally seen girls out there that have and they're young and they have a wrinkly pussy. You don't get a wrinkly pussy from like birth.
Yeah.
Let me get my phone ready. How young are we talking?
Adult women for sure.
Okay.
But I'm saying
They were just born with wrinkly pussy.
So if I saw a girl naked and she had like a regular, not regular, but she had like a version of a vagina, and then she has a couple kids, and then I see it again and it's different, I'm supposed to be like, oh, it was always.
It could
like
be
that.
weight loss. It could be weight gain. It could be a number of different things. It's not necessarily
what
just
you just
childbirth.
said is apropos. Okay, so
yeah,
weight loss,
it goes
weight
back.
gain.
You also lose elasticity in your skin, like on your face too.
Thank you. But I'm saying when you have a baby. Number one,
when you have a baby,
gain.
your entire body changes.
Exactly, but I'm just saying so you can say that their stomach's going to change, your feet, your shoe size can change, but there's no possible way your vagina changes.
Your vulva?
Yeah, I think it all changes.
All in.
Your vulva might, but your vagina's going to go back.
I mean, but I'm talking about I'm talking about the meat and potatoes, not the
vulva, the outside.
All in on this. Since I was 19, I've had dozens and dozens of prostate exams, and my rectum still looks as if I was, it doesn't look like it's been picked through. So,
bro, I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I know I told you that it still looks, but really it looks like hamburger meat back there. Let's be honest, bro.
It's all the hemorrhoids hanging out.
Hey, me and my asshole had a falling out lately.
Oh shit. Yeah, I had a hemorrhoid, but my asshole had a falling out with it. That's hilarious.
Why do we always end up talking about vaginas and assholes?
To me, it's the most interesting shit to talk about. Because I'm 12.
We always go back. Yeah, we always go back to it.
No, but I specifically I did buy a girl when I was younger a thong. It was her. She was like I had a girlfriend and she wanted a thong and her mom and dad wouldn't buy her one. So I went to the store and literally bought the girl a thong. And to this day, I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? Why did I think I was okay to do that?
I was like 17 and used to steal underwear from Kohl's because we'd go swimming and stuff, and I'd need extra underwear.
Yeah.
So then I got caught, and they were like, why would you steal this? Did your mom not let you buy it? I'm like 16, 17 years old, and they're like, did your mom not let you buy this stuff? Why would you buy it? Like, stop questioning me about my underwear choices.
Yeah.
I stole it because I wanted to go swimming.
Just arrest me.
God!
Which, by the way, we did find out that you did that, and we do have the Coles police here, too. For crimes against
special guest today.
Special guest.
Colin.
But I didn't catch him on
GM of
fire.
Kohl's.
I didn't catch him on fire.
Yeah, that's true. As long as you didn't arson him, you're good. You can steal whatever underwear you want as long as you don't catch them.
That's the only time I've been arrested.
Where was the best place to steal it? Was it Kohl's?
It was
you
Kohl's.
got caught, though. So obviously.
I didn't get caught the first 50 times I did it.
Oh, okay.
My wife told me growing up, have you ever done this technique? They'd take a 32-ounce fountain cup but have nothing in it. Then they'd go to Walmart and get all the makeup they wanted. Put it in the cup and then shut the lid. Now, I'm not saying she
Women
did
are so
this,
smart,
but yeah.
Women are way smarter than us.
And then
Makeup is expensive.
I would get caught. I never stole. I stole when I was little, and then my mom threatened me with going to kid jail at the old Kinsey Youth Center, and then I never stole again.
never did it again.
Just kidding. I steal all the fucking time.
Only
Fuck you, Mom.
Sudafed
You
for
just got
me.
me better. You just taught me to be better at stealing. Just kidding. I love you, Mom. I just said fuck you, Mom. She actually watches the podcast.
Yeah, she did.
The only people that watch are our moms.
My mom, your mom. Yeah, I was talking to Jordan yesterday. I went to his house. I was helping him set up the mic because he's doing that cool Alcon podcast. Well, shout out to it was In Your House.
Yeah, Alcon's my man.
Yeah,
Shout out to
that
In Your
podcast.
House.
That's exciting. But he's going to be doing it today, and they're going to talk about some stuff. So I was helping him set up his mic and get it all going because he was having so much feedback. It was bad. And then he found out that the webcam on his actual laptop was broken, so we had to go buy a webcam. So this guy's but it's exciting because he's going to be on it. He's been wanting to be on this podcast for a while because
Jordan's doing all kinds of things.
Dude,
Jordan's
man,
doing
like,
his thing, man.
He's stepping stone, and he's going to be the one running everything before too long.
Right.
Making me feel lazy.
Yeah, right. He just keeps doing things.
Shit.
And he's still working.
Yeah, but I was over there, and his aunt showed up to see the kids because he just got congrats. Shout out to Jordan and his kids because he got his kids, which is exciting. And he yeah.
How many kids does he have?
17.
Well, that we know about. Legitimate or illegitimate? I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
How many does he know about?
Yeah, well, I mean, pretty soon, if things go right with him and his girlfriend, they're gonna have the entire Brady bunch in their house. So, they're gonna have 3 and 3. But he's got 3 boys, and the boys went to go with his aunt. His aunt showed up, and she was like, "Yeah, I watched the podcast." Because she came up, she's like, "Hi, Jordan." I was like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi." And she's like, "It's easy to remember your name because you have the same." And I'm like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Yeah," and I watched the podcast, and we're like, "Oh, you're the one." Well, you're the one.
Yeah.
So we always do that to everybody.
Alex's friend from work is always like, Courtney talked about you on the podcast. I'm like, stop being a snitch.
No, do it. Watch the podcast, Courtney's booze friend. Keep watching. Share it with your other friends. Is that work? Like people from work, you said?
From you that we works with.
That's a baller, dude. Are they still down or are they back to work?
They're back to work. They were down 2 weeks and now they're going back.
Bro, I mean, I bet you it was nice just to have 2 weeks though. Did you guys you guys went and done? I mean, obviously you guys went fishing and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, we did a little bit of stuff.
Yeah. Did you get bought a house?
Yeah, I mean, no big deal.
All the cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, I've literally been off for 2 months and I've done nothing.
Lucky son of a bitch.
You've been off more than 2 weeks, haven't you?
I said 2 months.
Oh, 2 months, yeah.
I've been off 2 months and I've done nothing exactly as planned.
I learned to crochet. I made a lot of chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
If I had 2 months off, I'm telling you right now, I would be dead in a gutter in Los Angeles, California, somewhere.
L.A. baby.
Shut up.
He'd be in San Fran, and he would have that hamburger meat for ass. Have you seen any of Barry's new stuff?
Barry
Grant?
Yeah, Barry sends me his shit like through Messenger, and then Barry and I conversate. We were walking for a while, and then our schedules got mixed up. But I walked with him a few times and kind of talked. Barry's killing it. I love Barry.
I watched he's been putting videos on Instagram. And,
they're good.
And he did one recently where he talked about San Francisco too. And did you see that when
Yes.
people stole the purses and then it got removed? So like there was this Neiman Marcus, I think is the name of the store. There was like 9 people stole purses out of a Neiman Marcus store. Like, and you just see them running out, and they've got the security like things attached, and they're all like all running out. 9 people, and they get in cars. And
They can't catch us all.
And exactly. And they all dip out, and they all do it at the same time. It's like a smash and grab. And they all get out of there, and then Barry did like a punchline that was like something about it was 8 men and 1 woman. It was 9 people, 8 men and 1 woman. He was like, so San Francisco is still the gayest place on earth. And then he does like it's just like way too many.
Yeah.
It's like a sausage fest joke. It's not even really like an anti-gay joke. And it got removed from Instagram. He reposted. He's like, fuck it, I'll repost.
It's the dumbest shit
But
ever.
But he
It's
like
funny.
he had like a clapping laugh track going way too long, and he's like, oh, thank you, thanks. Like, he's all fake.
They
It's so
deleted
perfect.
that?
They
It's
deleted
fucking
it.
stupid.
I know, man. But shout out to Barry, dude. I wish he would do some more stuff with us.
Shout out to Barry. Barry, once the what is it, lawsuit or the restraining order's gone, we'll work again.
Yeah, we'll work again. No, I love Barry, dude. He's so funny, dude. He actually gave me the idea to write the TV show.
He'd be a good fit on that show.
I'd want to get him in there, but it's like he doesn't, he's so...
I mean, he wouldn't
so
be good on my
sneaky,
spot or anything, but he would be good for like
I have
a
a really
janitor
good,
or something.
I have this character Brandon I really want him to play, and I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the other guy plays a fucking whack job.
You're gonna be the understudy now. Yeah, it's exciting because Jordan's got a wrestling thing coming up too on the 17th. So we have. I'm always trying to plug his ACW thing. They put out a video of him doing a whole like chaos. Did you guys see it? It's so cool.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's really good.
I haven't been on Facebook.
It's really good. The editing, I didn't love the edit of it. I wish I could. I'm like, dude, hit me up next time. I'll help you edit it, and I'll show you how to edit a little bit because other than that, but the character is fucking baller. I like the whole he's got his nails done. He's got this like white button up open with his chest out. He's wearing like glasses. He just looks like
a stud.
Yeah, he's just like killing it out there, and I'm like, he's gonna do this androgynous like chaotic like guy who's like super into art, like super artsy, like he's curating wrestlers. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited for what he's doing. But we were talking about it yesterday. It's exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you go to the Kokomo Beach pool party?
Do they have a pool party?
The one from our page.
that was this weekend. I forgot.
That was this past weekend. Yeah, I had a great time.
It was great.
If you saw me there, you saw the banana hammock I was wearing.
You weren't naked?
Yeah, I was. But started off with banana hammock.
We also want to apologize for the Flying Toasters not signing autographs after their set.
Oh,
they just got in their van and left.
Yeah,
dicks.
Something about Jesus would not approve, and they left. They just got the.
They took the check though.
Yeah, they took the check. The check's clear. Satan pays well.
That was a fun thing. I wanted to do something after that, and then I just got busy with other crap that I didn't get to do anything with it. But no, that was fun, and I've been actually to the Kokomo Beach several times this year.
Me too.
And I just want to say, Abby,
yeah,
I just want to say that whole shit, like, don't let that ruin it for you, because it's still like there's way more security now.
Yeah,
there's like police officers everywhere.
There's cops sitting out front.
Yeah, there's a cop sitting out front. I saw when I was there was like a couple of cops inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's still a good place to be.
Don't worry. Yeah, seriously, don't worry about it. I went to Bring Your Own Gun night, and everybody had a great time. Nobody shot anybody. We just shot the targets.
It was an isolated incident, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, like you're talking about little kids. To me, the security might be. I understand for optic wise that they need the police officers and the security guards.
Where do you hide a gun in a bathing suit?
That's the whole entire thing. They had nothing to do with Kokomo Beach. They were literally walking around.
Oh, okay.
Sure. It had nothing to. The kid was like trying to hide, right?
I thought they were inside and they got into a fight or something, and then they got kicked out.
What I understood was I thought they got in a fight at Foster Park.
Maybe they did. It might have been.
Like that. I could be wrong. She could be right.
Why is Foster Park a hotbed for teenage fighting?
Listen, because
there's a skate park and it's all the punks.
Because that's where all the foster kids go at Foster Park.
Yeah.
They didn't have fathers, damn
families. They don't have dads, damn it. You guys.
You can't blame the parents if they don't have any.
We need to change the name of Foster Park to Adopted Park, and everything will be fine. Everybody's adopted. Everybody got picked out. No, I mean, honestly, I think it's just kids. First off, they grew up the last year and a half in their house all the time, or walking the streets. Is the only thing they could do is like literally go out to a park. It's the only things you're allowed to do.
I don't know. My kids don't have guns.
They don't?
No.
More of like a knife family, right?
Yeah, we like shanks.
You're either the hunter or the hunted. Get them some guns.
We like the close kill.
These kids were at home. They were watching Naked and Afraid, and they're like, "Listen, I ain't about to be naked or afraid of these streets. I gotta bring the guns out." No, I mean,
they're all training to be on Survivor.
Yeah, they're all training to be on a Bear Grill show or something. Today we're gonna eat a snake, and then we're gonna piss in the snake, and then we're gonna eat the snake again, or some fucking weird shit like that. No, I was watching. There's some show called Alone. Have you guys heard of that? Mm-mm. It's on Netflix. It's very similar to Naked and Afraid, except for there's no naked, and there's not really any fear.
They're just alone, and there's no groups.
No, they take like 10, 12 people or whatever. They send them out to like the Arctic tundra, and then they're like, they can have like one item with them. They're like, survive. So it's like it's the way Survivor should actually be. It should be called Survivor, but it's called Alone, and it's like they're out in the woods, and they have to trap their own food. They have to get their own water. They have to do all this shit, and they only have like a couple of items that they can use. And
what do they take?
A lot of them take the fucking flint, so they can, because the fire is the most important thing in the Arctic. And then like a lot of them will bring, like, you can get a weapon. So some of them will bring like a machete, some of them will bring like a bow and arrow, but you can't have a gun or nothing like that. Nothing that would like disturb the wildlife too crazy. But most of them, like, they'll like the crazy thing about the show is they'll set like snare traps and then get bunnies. It's just bunnies. The whole show is just them eating bunnies, and I'm just like, around Easter time, kids, come in here.
They give me one. They let me take one thing. I'm taking Tolkien's The Hobbit.
The entire time.
I'll die there. Yeah, that's good.
I'll be so. See, I would take Tolkien's The Hobbit, but I'd be so productive because I wouldn't want to have to read that shit. So I'd be like, I gotta do it for this kid.
We're gonna burn it. Use it for rolling papers.
I would bring the Bible so I can get a good night's sleep every night. I'm just kidding. Trying to read.
Hey, future. I know the podcast is getting up and going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like a little cosmetic thing. Can we get catheters in here?
Oh, that would make sense.
Just shove it in my peel so that I don't have to get up or anything. You can just flow through.
Well, I mean, what we normally do is I'll just bend down and just piss in my mouth.
Hey, Jordan's gonna take a 5 real quick, guys.
I'm gonna take a 5. You know, it's time for a drinky.
So what about airplane food? Huh?
Yeah, airplane food. Well, you just hear the urine in the background. I think Jordan just stopped by and brought the boom mic. That's who rang the doorbell while we were playing. But I'm like, listen, man, this is showbiz, baby. We don't stop.
You should have just came in.
Yeah, I can look through the window.
Ding dong!
He can
Oh,
still
look at
play
that!
flat.
Is it mail call? Mail call! Everybody, and fucking he comes in here. Hey, it's me, guys. It's Jordan here to do mail call. No, I seriously, I'm hoping. First off, we have these T-shirts. So if anybody wants a T-shirt, hit us up because we still have to sell these T-shirts.
That one.
It's right here. I'll even give you the one that's on her kitties. That's the one that matters.
They're hard as a rock.
Yeah, because of it's because of the shirt. If she wasn't wearing the shirt, they wouldn't.
Kokomo press.
Yeah.
What's the price again?
Just like $20.
$20.
Hit us up. We got.
They're
some
going.
shirts.
Listen, all $2 of every shirt goes to my weed fund for the Gathering of the Juggalos. So, and it's something I'm really proud about and excited for.
You gotta save up on your Fago.
Yeah.
My Fago. And
Fago.
They sell shrooms there. It's a whole thing.
So imagine Fago, but without the Y.
Stop.
God damn it, Jordan.
I'm just kidding. Well, I mean, we'll just call that a podcast, man. We're 50 minutes in. We had a great time, right?
We're 50 minutes in?
Yeah.
Time goes by when
Yeah,
you're
you
using
got-
derogatory names.
I didn't actually say anything.
How many racist slurs did you say this time?
Racist? I'm not racist. I would never be racist. Listen. Sexist, for sure. Bigoted.
That's
Probably.
right.
But racist? No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, honestly, I like doing these podcasts. I like having a good time talking, goofing off, and joking. I mean, my biggest problem is that the podcasts that I listen to are the worst podcasts to listen to.
What podcast do you listen
Yeah,
to?
go around and tell us.
I'm not going to tell anybody to listen to Come Town because they'll probably hate after that. They're going to cancel the shit out of me. They're like, no.
It's funny that you listen to Come Town. My buddy Ian listens to Come Town.
That's awesome.
Dude, they're fucking hilarious.
They're funny as shit. But here's the thing. You need to ask Ian. Ask him. Maybe we'll get on the podcast. I want to ask Ian, how did you hear about Come Town? Like, how? Because I don't know how I found out about this. That's the weirdest thing about this podcast is it's not like Joe Rogan.
He told me. Yeah, he told me he was in a town that had a lot of cum.
Oh, okay.
And it was out of state. And
Okay.
So, no,
He was just like he was in the middle of a bukkake. He was on his
Yeah.
knees waiting for us a couple, and he's like, "This just feels like a Come Town." And he's like, "I should look up Come Town on the internet later." It's
Was
a
it
very
suggested?
I don't know because like none of their stuff. Okay, so the thing about YouTube, the algorithm is so weird. Whenever you play one of their episodes, because it's so bad, like it's so they're not monetized because they can't be because of all the terrible shit they talk about. But because of that, they the next video that plays is never another video from Come Town. You can never. There's never like you can't daisy chain them. You have to look them out to get them.
every time.
Click on them. So they'll show up on your For You page or whatever you're gonna call it. They'll show up as like, but they won't chain them. So you have to go find them.
See, my
So
YouTube
weird.
is I'll watch a video that's like Bailey Sarian, and then the next video is always Blippy.
Blippy, yeah.
Every video I watch is always followed by Blippy.
Why don't you just set him up his own account?
He's got his own account.
And he still gets on
He
yours?
just wants to be on the TV or on my phone.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, that's my biggest thing with the kids was they started doing the whole watching these fucking videos. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I'm like going through my algorithm on YouTube, and it's like Come Town, fucking Joe Rogan, how to skin a bear, how to tell if you have VD, and then it's like this kid thing.
Yeah.
Dude,
That last one.
you should show your kids Obey the Walrus on YouTube.
Yeah.
You remember that? Back from high school.
Was it crazy? I'll show them Charlie the Unicorn.
Terrifying. Charlie the Unicorn's awesome.
Charlie the Unicorn. What other crazy ones did they have back in the day? Shout Bus Shouties.
Just get them on.
Shout Bus Shouties.
What was the website where they had all the dead people?
E-Palms.
Yeah, I was gonna say, show them a good old fashioned beheading.
Yeah.
The kid's not as like, oh, I saw that already.
It was E-Bombs. Was it?
E-Bombs?
No, it wasn't E-Bombs.
It was it?
I think it might have been.
Rotten.com?
Rotten.com.
Rotten was the one of them.
This guy owes
Show
the
'em that
Columbia cartel like $40 million.
I like that. The one that got chopped out like with the helicopter, you know.
It's fucked up.
It was always the craziest videos, man. Nowadays, you just go on YouTube and you look up like Somebody was telling me that you can look up pussy waxing on YouTube and they showed the whole.
It was
pussy.
me.
It was you. Was it? I thought it was
Yeah.
you. I was gonna say it was you, but I didn't want to be like the only girl I know. And I was like, "There's no way." I went on there.
Did you do it?
I went on there to look because I was like, "What?" And there was whole vaginas.
On that note, shout out to my wife. She just got hired in Carmel waxing pussy, and she loves waxing pussy. And not only does she wax pussy, she does the armpits,
she do balls,
the legs, the balls. They don't do men where she works at, but she's
fuck. Yeah. Every time I try to find some place that'll do my butthole and balls, they never will.
She'll do it at home.
Alex
She'll do
won't let
home
me do
calls.
his.
Home calls.
Yeah, she'll.
I told Brian, I was like, one of the videos we should do is me, Jordan, and him all getting our balls waxed, like, and do a video like the Try Guys, but like just us doing.
If that video if a post gets 100 likes, I'll do it with duct tape. Swear to God, yeah.
Oh my God.
No, you.
I will.
Whoosh. How are they gonna know that? That's the only problem.
I'm gonna show them.
You'll show them the whole balls.
I'll take a 30-day ban. It'll get deleted, but you just gotta watch live.
No, if it's like educational, you can put it on YouTube. It's fine.
You can't show your balls, can you?
Yeah.
Show whole ass vaginas on.
I'm gonna
And then
bang out
and
the old
then,
lady.
Yeah.
And then
Show
the
her.
girl got over and like pulled her butt cheeks apart,
Yeah,
and
you
I
saw
saw
the
a
whole
whole
She
butthole.
hot.
No, all you see is their lower half. She's like, I'm not putting my face on you.
Dude, kids have it so damn good these days. We could never. Now they just type in YouTube.
They go to YouTube, look up a pussy
Go to
waxing,
town, yeah.
and now you have a whole new fetish for the rest of your life that you can't get out of your brain.
I had to get scolded by my dad for taking his magazines and all that stuff. Bull crap.
For me, I got it from the next door neighbor guy, and he touched me before he gave it to me. Just kidding. That's literally how I
We call it a combo where I'm from.
a combo. Barkevious Mingo was him, actually. I'm just kidding.
That's the episode should just be called Barkevious.
Barkevious Mingo. They're like, what the fuck? What is this talking about? They're like, oh, this must be about dogs, Bark. Barkevious Mingo, like a dingo. Dingo ate my baby. That's
Dingo.
Barkevious Dingo. I'm gonna name my dog that. I'm gonna get a dog. I'm gonna name him Barkevious Dingo.
I'm renaming my Great Dane.
Yeah, do it. You have a great
He's
Dane.
gonna have a thing for puppies.
How big is your backyard?
It's pretty big.
Is it big enough for a Great Dane? All right. Does he like? Do the kids ride it?
I mean, they can.
Yeah. I want a dog,
You
but
can
I
have
also
mine.
don't want the responsibility of a dog.
Oh, right?
So like, can we create like can we create like
Rent a
Uber,
dog.
Uber for dogs? Like you just pick me up in a car and your dog's there. I'm like, it's Bubba, and then like you drop me off somewhere and I'm like literally excited. Like before I go to like court. Like, that should be like what they do before you go to court. Like you get picked up in like a whole car full of puppies and you're just in a great mood and you get out and go to court and you get in there and your honor's like, why'd you do this? You're like, I don't know. I just had some puppies. And then you just get out.
You just do a rent a dog.
Yeah, rent a dog.
I'll rent out my dog.
Dude, this should be I've been trying to figure out a side hustle to start like making some more money. Cause I'm like, everybody's gotta have some type of cool side hustle of some sort. But I also
Except for you.
I also found out that I'm not good at anything. So like, other than like making videos and like almost saying swear words, that's all I'm good at. And so like I'm like trying to figure out what can I make, you know? And I've just decided I have to sell weed, I guess.
So we.
I'm just kidding. But if you need cards, I'm just kidding. I don't have those either.
You can sell cars?
Carts.
Oh.
Carts, not cars.
Oh, I thought you were trying to steal on Mass Joe.
No, I'm trying to work at Kokomo.
If you need a car, go call Kokomo.
Sponsored by Kokomo Auto World.
Yeah, shout out to if you need a car, Maddie on the track.
Yeah.
Tell him
seriously.
Courtney sent you so I can get that $100 credit.
Say Jordan sent you so that I can get $100 credit.
No.
Me.
No.
You guys like my split hat? I think that DC should do like an updated version of Two-Face, but it's two gender, and him having
No.
one half is female, one half is male. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
it's like,
awesome.
wouldn't that be cool? It would be like a cool way to update the character because before it was just like ugly face.
Oh, I thought you meant the shoes.
What? What do you think I said?
DC shoes.
Oh,
Because you're talking about Nike.
DC shoes.
What?
half of it's like heel, half of it's.
What do you mean? Those would look terrible. They already have those.
No, I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, it would be really cool if like it was like Two-Face, but instead of like a fucked up face and weird hair, it was like a woman on one side and a male on the other side, like an androgynous Two-Face. Be a lot cooler. Be a cooler.
I like that.
I would do it. I'd fuck either side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
It's really what we're going for. Is like I'm fucking both sides.
Could they fuck themselves?
That's a good question. I wonder. Like I want to think about like what
Next week on
next week on the podcast. Could you fuck yourself? I don't know. I feel like if you did that one time,
would you get pregnant by yourself?
That's a good question. Well, but I mean, in this scenario, there was obviously some type of accident that created two genders.
Was it two people that like collided, or like? Would it
See,
be
I mean,
like
it is
twins?
superheroes, so you could probably do it. Like, have them like
Siamese twins.
But then you'd have like two, because like where the other half of them goes. So so is there two of them that's like two genders? Like and like one of them is half woman, half man, and one of them is half man, half woman.
Anything's possible. It's fiction.
Seriously, it is fiction.
They'd have like a big booty on one side, and then
just like a small little flat ass, hairy on the other side. But like in this scenario, it would be like a half a dong. It wouldn't even be a full dong. It'd be like a half a dong, one ball. You know what I'm saying?
Man. What is going on here?
if you got this far, like and share the video.
If you got this far, you've won a free coupon for the Golden Corral in town. Just go up there. I know it looks closed. Just knock on the door.
You're getting bonus content right now in the actual episode.
There's a guy named Blue. He works inside that Golden Corral. He sells.
That's where you ask about the carts.
It's the underground buffet. Can't do buffets anymore, so it's the underground buffet. If you guys just go in there and ask for it. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning into this ridiculously crazy episode of the
Good time
Podcast. I'm Jordan.
I'm Brian.
I'm Cortni.
And we are all getting canceled. Bye. Love you. 2 kisses. Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast. We really appreciate you. Make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube if you want to see that. Or you can hit us up on Apple. You can hit us up on Spotify. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We're on most platforms. Also, if you want to, you can get us all on Twitter. We all have individual Twitters. And you could even help us out by throwing us a few of them Skrillas on Patreon if you want. It's up to you. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure you check us out. We love you.